An optimist understands that life can be a bumpy road, but at least it's leading somewhere. They learn from mistakes and failures and are not afraid to fail again. I'm Anthony, and I'm going to take you through today's HIIT at home strength workout. Our first warm-up triplet is baby makers, air squats, and strict presses. So we're going to start with baby makers. Drop down into the bottom of a squat. You're going to grab onto the shoes. We're going to drive those hips up nice and high. Pause there for a second and lower them back down. At the bottom, your chest is up nice and high. At the bottom, your chest is down nice and low. You alternate between looking up and looking down in line with the hips rising and falling. Now, our second exercise, air squats. We're gonna have our feet a little wider than shoulder width. We're gonna focus on lifting that chest up since we just got all loosened up in the baby makers. What you can do is if you find that your chest is still dropping, as you go down, you can reach those hands up into the sky to force that upper back to start working a little bit harder to get you ready for today's workout. Now our last exercise, strict overhead presses. We're gonna have a pair of dumbbells, and we normally press in this position, but for today, we're gonna open your hands up a little bit and press from the sides. We're gonna press that weight up and overhead and lower back down. Good, relax. So the reason is we're just opening that chest up, doing something different, giving it a little bit of a shot. So we have 10 reps from there, and then we're gonna move on. So you have 2 sets of 10 of each one of those exercises. Then we move on to reverse lunges, good mornings, and upright rows. For our reverse lunges, we're gonna start with our feet together. You're gonna step back a nice big step, tap that knee on the ground, and return to center. Reverse lunges are generally a little faster, a little bit shorter than a forward lunge, so we can move through them a little bit quicker, but the focus on lifting that chest is still here. So after you have 10 reps in total, or 5 on each leg, we have good mornings. We're gonna take the hands, put them behind your head. We're gonna drop the chest down, get a nice good stretch on those hamstrings, and pop it right back up. And lower down, we are keeping those knees back to keep the legs up as high as possible. Pause at the bottom for me. This back has this nice U shape. What we don't wanna do is slump over, right? This is gonna be bad. We wanna lift that chest up and really engage the upper back, pop it up, and relax. Good. So 10 good mornings. Now the last exercise, you're gonna need a single or a pair of dumbbells or a kettlebell, and we have upright rows. So for the upright rows, we're gonna widen your stance a little bit, and we're gonna put the thumbs together. Now we're gonna lift up. Notice the elbows are up higher than the dumbbells, and they're up higher than the shoulders. Lower back down, just like that. So Erica's gonna do a couple reps. Those weights stay nice and close together. You lift them up to the level of the collarbone, and you lower back down. Good, relax. Now we're gonna move on to the conditioning piece. Normally we do the strength first, but today we're gonna switch it up a little bit and get your heart rate up first. Now, what we have is 3 rounds for time. We have 5 exercises. Each one is to be done for 1 minute, as many reps as you can, and then we have a 1-minute rest and we start over. So you have 5 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest, 3 rounds. Our first exercise is dumbbell thrusters. So we're gonna throw those dumbbells up on your shoulders, drop down, and drive up and press those weights up and overhead. Now the way that today's workout is set up is we want you to go fast and then take a break. So give me 5 really fast thrusters. 3, 4, and 5. Good. We want you to get a big fast set. When you get tired, put those weights down, step back. 2 deep breaths and then right back on it. The goal for all 5 of these sets of exercises is quickly paced with a short rest in between. What doesn't usually work out too well is if you try and hold on for the whole minute, it doesn't work out like that. Now, at the start of the second minute, we have dumbbell sumo deadlift high pulls. So just like in the upright row, we're gonna face those thumb sides of the dumbbells together. We're gonna spread the feet out nice and wide. Now, we're gonna go down to the level of mid shin. We're not gonna touch the ground, but I just want you to be below the knees. Stand up and pull into that high pull position. Lower back down and pull. Good, give me a couple quick reps. Up and right back down. There's no pause at the top. As soon as those dumbbells reach maximum height, they just fall right back down. Thank you. Now our third exercise is gonna be up downs. We're gonna have those dumbbells off to the side, stand up, shoulder blades together, and down, kick, and stand. You guys are really familiar with this movement for now. It's kind of hard to go much faster. They have a terminal velocity, so we wanna just hit the full minute of up downs without taking a break. Our fourth exercise is gonna be dumbbell push presses. So those dumbbells come up onto your shoulders. Similar to what we did in a thruster, instead of a full squat, we have a 2-inch squat and a drive up and overhead. Dip, drive, dip, drive, dip, drive. One of the biggest mistakes people make in a push press is squatting down too far right there and driving back up. So that's too much movement. You already did thrusters. We don't want you to do it again. So just give me this little dip drive, real short, real sweet, get you right as rain. Now, our last exercise is going to be double unders. Now, double unders is gonna be our primary choice, but if you wanna go singles, that's totally fine with me. So our last minute is 1 minute of double unders. That's 1 jump, 2 turns of the rope. Good, staying nice and still, staying nice and tight in place, not a lot of wiggle room. We wanna have as minimal movement as possible. Now, logistics of this workout. I don't want you to work 58, 59, 60, and then transition. What I'd like you to do is do the exercises, finish up at about 52 or 53 seconds, put your weights down. You should have 7 seconds left. That's enough to take 2 deep breaths. 3, 2, 1, go right into that next exercise. So I'd rather you start every exercise exactly on the start of the minute than roll all the way through and have some time where you miss the first couple seconds of each round. After we're done our conditioning piece, it's time to move on to a little bit of strength. You have 2 or 3 sets, that's up to you, of goblet front lunges and single arm bent over rows. So we're gonna hold a single dumbbell. We're gonna do 6 forward lunges in a row. So Erica's gonna take a big step forward, tap that knee on the ground and come back. She's gonna work that same leg. We're gonna go all 6 in a row on that right leg, then switch to the other leg. Good. As soon as we're done, we're gonna hold that dumbbell in one hand. We're gonna drop down to a perfect good morning position. That's good. And pull into your chest. Good. So we have 10 single arm bent over rows. Then we'll switch sides and do 10 on the other hand. So 2 to 3 sets of 6 and 6 forward lunges, 10 and 10 bent over rows. Rest as needed. This should serve as a chance for your heart rate to lower. Enjoy the conditioning first. Have a great workout and a great rest of your day.